phenomenon unique only to Madagascar.
Hello, everyone. Do you know where in the world people dance with the dead in a festival that looks like a horror movie? Where are the dense forests full of creatures found only there? Like stepping into another planet?
Where was once known as the old paradise of pirates, sending shivers down your spine just hearing about it.
Where else but Madagascar?
Madagascar, a name both familiar and strange, but I guarantee after watching this video, you'll just want to pack your bags and go immediately.
And that's not all. Despite being the poorest island nation in the world, Madagascar amazes the world with its unique customs and traditions unlike any other. Have you ever heard of people here living so harmoniously with nature that they don't need electricity or water, yet I still make mistakes every day?
If not, don't take your eyes off the screen. Join Enigmatic Echoes to explore 9 strange and unbelievable things that exist only in Madagascar, a place unlike anywhere else on Earth.
Are you ready to be wide-eyed and open-mouthed? If yes, then let's go right now. Dancing with the dead. First, I'll tell you about a custom that gives you goosebumps just hearing about it and haunts you when you see it. Worry it. This custom is called Famadihana, also known as the bone-turning ceremony. It's one of the biggest festivals for the Malagasy people in Africa.
When the festival comes, the whole village and family gather to dig up graves, exhume their ancestors' remains, clean them thoroughly, wrap them in new silk, and then hold the remains while dancing all day.
Hearing this, many of you might be grimacing, but wait, let me continue.
Each deceased person is buried wrapped in the finest silk fabric and placed in a sturdy, smooth stone tomb chamber.
The Malagasy believe that graves are not just resting places but also sacred bridges between the living and the dead.
This peculiar custom actually originated in Southeast Asia and spread to Madagascar about 1,500 to 2,000 years ago.
The people here consider digging up graves and caring for bones as a way to show love and respect for their ancestors. They believe that if they take good care of the deceased, they themselves will be protected and have good luck in life. Some tombs are even built larger, more beautiful, and more expensive than houses.
In southwestern Madagascar, tombs are carved with images of people, animals, and even scenes of marital intimacy. Hearing this, you must be a bit shocked, right? On the festival day, descendants enter the tombs, clean the remains thoroughly, bring them out, change their clothes, and then feed the deceased with food and drink.
It sounds like a horror movie, but for them, it's a sacred moment. Some even hold the remains and dance wildly to traditional music.
Before sunset, they send their ancestors back to the tombs, concluding an emotional day of reunion.
Now, imagine if one day you married into a family in Madagascar and your in-laws invited you to dance with their deceased grandparents? Beg off. Even if offered gold,
Though we know to adapt the local customs, each place has its culture, but dancing with the dead like this truly surpasses imagination.
What do you think? Would you have the courage to join the Famadihana ceremony? Comment and let me know. Next, I'll take you all on a taste tour. What the heck? And this dish is called giraffe weevil, a 100% real specialty, no joke. Imagine a big weevil, with long legs and a slightly creepy face, caught to be stir-fried and eaten. Oh my god, how can I eat that? But wait, don't judge too quickly, because when properly prepared, this little guy has an extremely surprising flavor.
The people of Madagascar have their own secret to taming this weevil. They clean the giraffe weevil, then stir-fry it in a pan with butter and a bit of salt. Just that simple, but when cooked, the weevil's shell becomes crispy and crunchy, while the inside is rich, fragrant, and creamy, like grilled shrimp. The buttery richness combined with the saltiness makes this dish irresistibly aromatic.
And you know, anything crispy and rich is highly addictive. Some people try it and get hooked, asking for more right away. However, to be fair, this dish is not for the faint of heart.
Seeing the whole weevil lined and packed on the plate is a bit intimidating, honestly.
Read the type to faint at the sight, maybe just watch the clip and done.
Re an exploration enthusiast, the type who must visit all destinations loves you.
Then this is the worthy challenge for you. Do you dare to try this? Please let me know by commenting below. If you find this interesting, don't forget to share it with your exploration buddies. The Pirate's Old Paradise. Hello. Where are all you history and adventure enthusiasts? Please listen to my story. I'll take you on a time travel journey hundreds of years back to explore a strange paradise, which was once the stronghold of the world's most notorious pirates. Do you know where that is? It's not the famous Caribbean, but Madagascar, the island located off the eastern coast of Africa. When hearing about Madagascar, many people think of lemurs, wild nature, or animated movies. But few know that from the 17th to 18th centuries, this place was called the Pirate's Old Paradise.
Just hearing about it is already fascinating, isn't it? The reason pirates chose Madagascar as their stopover was also very logical. Thanks to the rugged terrain, heat-small bays, and remote areas, this island was almost a perfect hiding place for ships after raids in the Indian Ocean. Here, pirates could repair their ships, stock up on supplies, and even party before planning their next robbery. In the 1690s, pirate gangs were thriving, living like kings on this island. They not only plundered but also exploited resources, established temporary bases to use as springboards for attacks across the vast sea. It's no exaggeration to say that Madagascar was like the pirate headquarters back then. Especially since even today, traces of that turbulent period remain deeply embedded in Madagascar's soil. If you have the chance to travel here, you can find ancient pirate cemeteries, the resting places of famous pirates, once renowned, once fearsome, but ultimately lying peacefully under weeds and the dust of time. There are graves carved with skulls and crossbones in true pirate style. Just looking at them gives you chills. But there are also many oral stories about buried treasures, about pirate ghosts still wandering around the island. Hearing this, do you want to try packing your backpack and going treasure hunting? As for me, I only dare to watch from afar, because digging up and encountering ancestral pirates waiting would be super scary. What about you? What do you think about Madagascar, the land that was once the paradise of legendary pirates? Remember to comment and share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. The sun being taller than his biological father is breaking the law. If you think customs in foreign lands are all similar to Vietnam, you'll be surprised by this incredibly unique tradition in Madagascar. You probably still remember the familiar saying, "A child surpassing their father brings blessings to the family." This means if children excel beyond their father, the family will be happier, more blessed. Everyone in the family takes pride when children increasingly bring honor and success. But elsewhere in the world, in Madagascar, they have a completely different concept. Here there's a Malagasy tribe. They believe that if a son is taller than his biological father, that's breaking the law. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Read taller than your father, you. Hearing this, I also had to exclaim, "Oh, what's that?" But it's actually part of their cultural tradition, where power and respect in the family are placed on the father's shoulders. The reason sounds confusing but is quite logical in their culture. In Madagascar, the father is considered the solid pillar of the family. That person is the one with the highest power and prestige in the family. You know, if someone is taller than their father, it's like a challenge to that authority. And this action is considered disrespectful to tradition. As for the punishment, it's no joke either. Depending on the severity of the violation, the child may have to pay a fine or even a cow. It might sound a bit strange, but in many places, cows are extremely valuable assets, which would be considered a large sum of money in that society. A height violation requiring compensation with a cow is definitely not a small matter.
But folks, this isn't all there is. We have another strange law in Madagascar that will surely surprise you. If you thought the previous custom was strange, you won't believe what comes next. Have you ever heard of a place located near Africa,
But whose inhabitants originally come from as far as Southeast Asia? It sounds illogical, right? But it's true. That place is Madagascar, an island nation separated by the Mozambique Channel, far from both Africa and Asia.
yet it holds an extremely surprising historical story?
I'm sure many of you will be very surprised to hear this.
Because the Malagasy people are descendants of migrants from Indonesia and Malaysia. From about 2,000 years ago. That's right, no mistake about it.
In ancient times, when trade routes across the Indian Ocean began to expand, people boarded ships that crossed the ocean, bringing with them cultures, beliefs, and lifestyles,
And settled permanently on this remote island.
It sounds like an adventure story, but it's 100% true. The interesting thing is that despite being thousands of kilometers from their homeland, the Malagasy people have preserved many distinct Southeast Asian cultural traits, such as eating rice as their staple food, just like as in Vietnam. Then there's the way they build houses, their community lifestyle, language,
All bear clear imprints of the Southeast Asian region.
So if you ever have a chance to visit Madagascar,
Be careful not to mistake it for
somewhere in the Indonesian or Philippine countryside.
But that's not all.
The most interesting thing is that the Malagasy people are extremely proud of their origins. Despite being geographically close to Africa, they don't consider themselves African. They confidently call themselves Malagasy, a distinct, unique identity that doesn't blend in.
And thanks to that self-esteem, the culture here has been preserved firmly through many generations.
As for the people of Madagascar, there's no need to hide it.
Anyone who has been here has to acknowledge one thing.
The Malagasy people are incredibly hospitable.
They always wear bright smiles, welcoming tourists with all their hearts.
Even if you wander into a remote village, not knowing the local language,
The people will still find ways to help, offering food and water, like welcoming a long-lost relative.
so if you want to explore a place that's both exotic and familiar, with strong Southeast Asian characteristics,
But located all the way in Africa, then Madagascar is a destination worth trying once in your lifetime. Pregnant women are forbidden from wearing hats and eating eel meat. Can you believe it?
in Madagascar, there's a taboo that nobody can understand when they first hear about it, which is that pregnant women are forbidden from eating eel meat and wearing hats.
It sounds unreasonable, right? But these are regulations that the local people consider strict. Let's explore the meaning behind these rules together. First, let's talk about wearing hats.
Traditionally in Madagascar,
Wearing hats is believed to potentially hinder or negatively affect pregnancy.
that's confusing, ISN.
But the locals believe that hats can create unfavorable pressure for pregnant women. Not only that, eel meat is also forbidden for pregnant women. Similar to some places in Vietnam,
There are foods that pregnant women must avoid due to concerns about affecting the baby's health.
but interestingly, not all of these taboos have a clear scientific basis. I think you'll be surprised to know that modern science does not encourage such abstinence. The latest studies prove that foods like eel meat or wearing hats do not negatively impact pregnancy. However, these customs are deeply ingrained in the local culture and are seen as part of tradition. The main purpose is to protect the health of mother and child, though the methods differ slightly from what we know. Speaking of pregnancy taboos, you've likely heard advice from relatives about foods or activities pregnant women should avoid. But is all that advice correct? Do you think science has answered these beliefs yet? In reality, excessive abstinence may be unnecessary. Just a scientific diet and regular prenatal checkups are enough. You see, whether in Madagascar or Vietnam, ancient customs still greatly influence life. To forget that as science advances, we need to reconsider what So, when someone advises avoiding this food or that activity, find out if it's truly correct.
In most countries, traditional clothing is clearly distinguished.
Men wear one style, women wear another. But in Madagascar, everyone is the same, without distinction of gender or style. Both men and women wear a long cloth called a lamba, wrapped around the body, both graceful and individual. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But when you see it with your own eyes, you'll find that uniqueness is wonderful. The lamba isn't a monotonous piece of cloth.
It's woven and decorated with countless eye-catching patterns, and the colors are brilliantly vibrant, no doubt. During festivals or important events, Malagasy people wear lambas in bright red, pure white, deep black, cool blue, or earthy brown.
Each color tells its own story, a profound cultural meaning that's unmistakable. Some choose colors based on age, mood, or even the message they want to convey. Hearing this, you might wonder, is wrapping cloth like that convenient?
Worry, Malagasy people wrap a lamba beautifully, neatly, and versatilely. None.
Even carrying children uses the lamba. Malagasy mothers just tie the cloth over their shoulder and wrap it around their waist to carry the child on their back, comfortably working in the fields, going to the market, or dancing in festivals. Does that sound familiar? Exactly, just like how Vietnamese grandmothers and mothers used carriers to carry babies on their backs. T just for carrying children. The beauty here is equality and harmony. Without gender distinction, anyone can wear the lamba freely, comfortably, and with pride. It's not just cloth. So, if you have the chance to visit Madagascar, try draping a lamba to feel the softness of the fabric, the warmth, friendliness, and colorful Malagasy culture.
When talking about Madagascar, many people often say, "Oh, a poor and tiny island, what's there to see?"
A small island, it. Only behind Greenland, New Guinea, and Borneo. Its area reaches over 59.2 square kilometers. Just hearing that is staggering, isn't it? It lies isolated off the southeastern coast of Africa, amidst the vast Indian Ocean. And precisely because of this isolated location, Madagascar has become a completely different world. Here, you can encounter all kinds of terrain, from majestic volcanoes, expansive plateaus, to lush, humid tropical rainforests.
Take a few steps and the scenery changes, like climbing mountains in the morning, strolling through forests at noon, and playing at the beach in the afternoon. Especially the mesmerizing sandstone cliffs and dozens of small surrounding islands.
Nature is generous, creating a picture that is both strange and mystical. But that's not the most attractive thing yet.
Madagascar is truly a paradise of unique and peculiar creatures.
Did you know, up to 90% of the wildlife here are endemic species, meaning they are found only in Madagascar and nowhere else in the world. The most prominent are the lemurs, adorable, agile, leaping as if flying.
There are over 70 different species of lemurs, but sadly, 16 species have disappeared since humans set foot on the island. It's so regrettable to hear. Not stopping there, this place also has 346 species of reptiles, over 6,000 endemic plant species,
and a strange predator called the fossa, which looks like a cat but is very fierce. However, Madagascar's nature is threatened daily by deforestation and reckless exploitation. If this continues, those special creatures will only exist in books and movies.
Therefore, if you are a nature lover and passionate about exploration, Madagascar must definitely be on your list of places to visit. In Madagascar, there is a place with red dusty soil, blue skies and white clouds.
And especially, there is a type of tree so strange that anyone who sees it exclaims,
"What kind of tree is that? As if someone planted it upside down."
Do you know where that is? If not, let me reveal that it's the baobab tree, also playfully called the upside-down tree.
From afar, these trees look as if their roots are growing towards the sky, while the trunk is neatly planted in the ground, so huge and impressive. The trunk is so big that it takes dozens of people to hug it, standing proudly on the dusty red roads under the scorching sun in this arid African land.
But these baobab trees are not just unique in appearance. They are also famous for a series of mystical legends.
One story tells that long ago, when God created the baobab, it wouldn't stand still like other trees but kept running around.
So he got angry and turned it upside down. Another legend is gentler.
The baobab was once very beautiful, with fresh green leaves and flowers, but it was so confident that it boasted everywhere.
And so it was punished, turned upside down to no longer be arrogant.
That's a bit funny, ISN.
But that's not all. There's a super famous place in Madagascar called the Avenue of the Baobabs near Marandava.
Oh my, is as beautiful as in a fairy tale. On both sides of the road are rows of ancient baobab trees standing tall.
Walking here at sunset, the poetic feeling soars in your mind. It's a pity if anyone comes here and doesn't.
And the most special is the antelope or baobab. Two baobab trees entwined like a couple of lovers in the wild nature.
People say that couples in love who come here to pray will stick together closely. But here's the interesting twist.
Later, it was discovered that both of those baobab trees are male. Yet some people still wanted to cut them down, thinking they were impure.
Fortunately, the government hasn't approved it, or else we would lose a super cute symbol of love. But on the other hand, baobabs are seriously threatened.
Due to climate change and deforestation for agriculture and livestock, many trees are gradually disappearing.
To preserve such precious trees, one day we.
So, if you have the chance to visit Madagascar, remember to stop by the Avenue of the Baobabs.
It's beautiful, unique, and carries a colorful legendary story. Who knows if you. Friends, Madagascar is truly an unmissable destination, with pristine beauty and wonders found nowhere else. It's a distinct world where nature and people blend to create miracles. Not only be amazed by nature. So, what do you think? Please share your thoughts.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Enigmatic Echoes channel to explore many other interesting things.
And now, goodbye and see you again.
Subscribe to the Guia Nigo channel so you don't